Hi everyone, my name is Mridul and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be making an outfit from scratch. So this is something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, but because of COVID and also because of not having an event to go to, I never really got around to doing it. But I do have a wedding to attend in Jaipur. No, none of my friends are getting married yet. Of course, when that happens I will vlog the whole thing, but even before you guys start like assuming things, I just wanted to clear the air. So I'm going for a wedding and I wanted to make an outfit from scratch. So I've never done this before. I don't think I have actually, but my friend Adya has done it before, so I'm going to be taking her with me. By the way, we're going to be going to the Tirumala market here in Andheri. Yesterday night I was on Pinterest for like 2 hours. I pinned a bunch of different outfits like to get inspiration from. I'm honestly just going to go with an open mind. I'm going to pick out everything that I need and then we'll start from there. So yeah, let's just get started with today's video. So let's do a quick what's in my bag long day edition. So by the way, this bag is from Rishikesh. A lot of people have been asking me on Instagram. It's very pretty. And the first thing that we have here is pani ka bottle, because obviously you need pani ka bottle. Then I've carried a dabba with some grapes in it because I'm adulting, clearly. Then we have some sanitizer, which actually reminds me I should put like a small like squeezy wala liquid wala sanitizer also, and not just the spray. We of course have my phone. Then we have my tripod for my camera, my vlog camera. This is my emergency pouch. This literally has everything that I could need in an emergency. I have tissues, then I have some medicine, hand cream, everything, literally. Go watch my bag, what's in my bag, if you want to know like everything that's in here. We have one more pouch. Now this has like very basic makeup. So we have 2 lipsticks, compact, and my everyday perfume. I also have added an extra mask just in case. And lastly, we just have some cotton bags. Iske andar I think 3 hai. So everything that I'll buy, I'll put it in here. So this is what my OOTD looks like. My dress is from H&M. This bag, as I mentioned, is from Rishikesh. And I think that's basically it. Very, very simple. I do of course need to put on my mask, and I'll just wear like regular comfortable chappals. Got the lace, we got the kapda, and thoda extra shopping bhi kar liya. I'll show you ghar pe jaake. I'll do a haul, but I think it was a successful trip. What do you think?
Yes. We should see how the outfit turns out.
Yeah, I know, that's the biggest thing. I have a good feeling about it so far, but we'll see once it gets stitched, of course. Okay, so I'm checking in after quite a few weeks. I've already given my outfit to the tailor to get it stitched, but I just want to sit down and explain to you what I had in mind. So basically, one fine day I was scrolling on Pinterest and I saw this picture of Kiara Advani wearing this beautiful pastel pink outfit with like shells and mirrors all over it, and I fell in love with that outfit. That outfit is by Arpita Mehta. I'm gonna actually pop up the picture right here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. And that outfit is for 1,75,000, which is a very like generic price for designer outfits, but obviously there was no way I was spending that much money on one piece of clothing, and that too for someone else's wedding. So I thought, why not make it from scratch? That's basically where the whole idea came from. Now before I explain to you how I made this outfit from scratch, I do want to give full credit to the designer. I am recreating her design. I'm not taking credit for her designs. She's designed a beautiful outfit and I want to have a piece of that by making it from scratch. So full credits to her. I will leave her website also in the description box below in case you want to purchase the real outfit. But coming back to how I am gonna get it stitched. So I picked up this kapda. You guys saw me shopping, right? And I got a very similar kapda with like mirror, and it has a bunch of like pastel colors. I got very lucky here and I picked up this piece. This is gonna be the main kurti, and the cut of of the kurti is not going to be anything like the original image, because it's a little bit deep cut and I don't feel comfortable personally. So I'm just going to make it like a flat, like a square, and I'm going to do like patti wale straps. That's what I have in mind. So for the lining, I got this silk ka kapda, again from the same shop only, and this is what is going to line my kurti, and also this is going to make my sharara, and iska hi mera dupatta bhi hoga. Let's talk about the prices really quickly. So ye wala kapda pura bhara hua jo hai, this is for 595 rupees for 1 meter, so it's a little bit expensive. And the silk wala kapda, the plain pink silk kapda, is for 295 rupees for 1 meter. Now here's the catch. Before buying, I did not talk to my tailor and explain to her what I had in mind. I just went there and I went with the guy, like what he told me, how much meter kapda I needed, and he kind of fooled me. The reason why I'm saying that the guy scammed me is because he made me buy way more kapda than I needed. Like I bought so much extra meters of cloth, which as you can see is just sitting with me because I've already given my tailor the amount that she needed. So I'm left with all of this. इसका मैं अब क्या करूँगी मुझे नहीं पता, कुछ ना कुछ बनवा लूँगी of course, but I wasted a lot of money. So make sure that you consult your tailor or maybe your mom or nani, someone who understands how much kapda you're gonna need for your design, rather than asking the guy behind the counter. So for my actual kurti, I only needed 1.25 meters ka kapda. I bought double. I bought 2.5. Uske alawa for the pants, I only needed 3 meters. So I'm making like a sharara pant. Kiara, I think, is wearing a skirt. I don't want to do a skirt. I want to do sharara because it's like very trendy. So uske liye I will be needing 3 meters. I ended up buying 4.5 meters. And dupatta, chalo usne to bhi theek bol diya. Usne mujhe 3 meter ka dupatte ke liye kapda diya. My tailor told me ki 2.5 meters mein ho jayega. So I in total bought a lot of extra meters of cloth. But if I add up everything that I actually needed, like the actual amount of meter, I've spent around 3,100 rupees. So it is definitely expensive. It's not like super affordable, but I think it's only because of this kapda. This kapda is a little bit more on the expensive side, so I think this is what like really hiked up the price. Now other than this, I did end up buying some lace. So I bought some kaach wala lace for the sharara pants, which was for like I think 100 rupees, and I also bought some shell wala lace for the dupatta ka lining, but that was for 150 rupees. So in total I spent say 3,500 rupees approximately in order to make this outfit. So I think that's all I needed to explain with regards to my outfit. If I had to give you guys a few tips, the first one would be obviously to consult your tailor or someone of a professional of sorts. If you have an idea ki kitna meter hoga, then perfect, but if not, if you're like me, ask someone for help. Other than that, the second most important tip that I would give you is to have a clear idea in your head. So before you go to buy kapda, have a reference image, have a reference at least idea of what you want. If you're not specific, that's okay. At least rough idea le lo. Don't go there and then try to make up your mind, because there are literally hundreds of options in front of you and you're gonna get confused. So make sure that you're clear before you visit the shop. So I think that's basically it. Next, what you're gonna see is me getting ready, like doing my makeup and getting ready for the event, and then towards the end of the video we'll do an outfit reveal. I'm really excited for you guys to see this, and I'll see you in just a second. So let's get started with the makeup. I'm gonna recreate the same makeup that I wore on the actual day. It was a very easy, light, glowy makeup look, but I still wanted to recreate it for you guys because the products that I've used are new and they're really good. So I'll make sure to link all the products that I'm using in the description box below. But before we get started with makeup, I'm gonna be using a sheet mask in order to prep my skin. I've always given you guys this pro tip where if you use a sheet mask before doing your makeup will turn out so flawless and so beautiful. At least that's what I've noticed in my personal case. So today I'm going to be using the Lakme's Blush and Glow Sheet Mask. So the strawberry variant is my favorite, so that's the one that I'm going to be using. But other than the strawberry variant, there are so many different flavors for you guys to choose from. So there's pomegranate, Then there's kiwi, lemon, which is again another one of my favorites, and we have watermelon. So I'm using the sheet mask on a clean, dry face. I just cleansed my face. So make sure your skin is clean before applying a sheet mask, and you can let this sit for 10 to 15 minutes. Now these sheet masks have 100% real fruit extract. I think that is why every time I end up using these sheet masks, it feels like a fruit facial. Like the fragrance and just the whole experience. And other than that, it also leaves such a beautiful glow at the end. Now this sheet mask suits all skin types. No matter what skin type you have, this sheet mask is going to do a fabulous job. I have really oily skin and the sheet mask still works for me. So I'll catch you guys after 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to let this seep into my skin. This is going to help me with hydration and that beautiful glow. So it's been 15 minutes and I'm gently going to get rid of the mask. I'm just going to use the excess on my neck. So my skin is prepped and it's ready for makeup. As you can see, it has a beautiful glow and I'm just so happy with the way these sheet masks work. I'm going to definitely be linking them in the description box for you guys. So definitely check it out. Step 1 is going to be to use a foundation. As you can see, I'm not using a lot, like I usually use a lot of foundation, but I'm doing the thinnest layer that I possibly can, picking very, very little up at a time and just bouncing it on my skin. So just one thin layer of foundation does the job, and I'm going to be using very, very little concealer just in the inner corners. So for powder, I'm just going to be using the powder underneath my eyes to set my concealer. And the actual powder, I'm going to be using a compact powder rather than like a loose powder because that's a little bit more heavy. And then with the back of my beauty sponge, I'm just going to dab it all over my face just in case there's like extra product. The beauty blender will pick it up. Been really obsessed with blush. So I'm going to try not to overdo it, but just using it on the apples of my cheeks. And I've been recently bringing it on my nose as well, just to make it look a little bit more natural. Whatever's left, I'll put it on my chin again for that natural looking blush. Definitely skipping bronzer, jumping to highlighter directly. Typically, I would apply highlighter here. I'm applying it a little bit higher just so that my cheekbones look higher, like trying to create the illusion. It is definitely very close to my eyes, but I feel like it looks like really pretty, and it definitely does give you like a little bit of an illusion of higher cheekbones. Also, I prefer highlighting my brow bone before I do my brows. I don't know, I just think it looks better if you do it pehle. Otherwise, after like you fill in your eyebrows, then you go to highlight your brow bone, then the highlighter gets in the brow hair and it's just messy. So highlight pehle. As always, I have to go in with my sponge and just press it in. I'm not moving it from its place, just pressing it in. I did my brows and I also did my eyeliner. I did a wing liner. You guys have seen me doing that 1,000 times, so I didn't want to like bore you guys again. But I'm quickly gonna do some mascara and then I will be sticking on some lashes. By the way, you're probably wondering why I skipped on the eyeshadow. It's because my dress already has like so much going on. I want my outfit to be the star, so I'm just keeping my makeup very, very minimal. Now instead of doing like a typical highlighter in the inner corner, I'm actually going to be picking up like a pink, mauvey pink shade which matches my outfit really well, and I'm going to be popping that in the inner corners. So what I've been recently doing is I've been taking the back of a brush and I've been using that to apply my highlighter or whatever, like shadow in the inner corners of my eyes. Okay, lashes are on as well. The lashes are definitely a little bit too dramatic, I know that, but there's always going to be a face mask on my face, so I need my eyes to like pop, which is why I've gone for a very dramatic eye. But regardless, I do have to apply lipstick, even though my lips dikhne nahi wale, but just going for like a pinky mauvey shade. Lastly, I'm going to take some foundation and tap it in the centers just to give that 3D look. And I think that's it to my makeup look. For my hair, I'm just gonna leave it as it is because even on the actual day I did not have the time to do anything, so they just stayed straight. So I've changed into my outfit. So let me give you guys a breakdown. Let's start with the accessories actually. Let's build it up and let's show you the outfit towards the end. So for the accessories, I went with these beautiful earrings, silver earrings. These are from the VP store. I will link their Instagram in the description box below. But basically I wanted to keep the whole outfit very youthful, which is why I went with silver accessories. So everything that I'm wearing is silver. So it just kind of gives it like a youthful feel. And then the second silver accessory are my bangles. So these bangles I've had for years. I remember I got these for like 50 rupees from the station, and they're just such a nice staple to have. So I just added those to my look. And then lastly, for the bag, I went with this silver bag, which is actually my mom's. She has this since like the last 10 years at least. So I just added this. Now finally let's reveal my outfit. So this is what the straight cut kurti looks like. I think it turned out super cute. मैंने जानबूझ के उसको काफी short रखा है because I wanted the shararas to be like seen, because I wanted the design of the shararas also to be seen. So अगर लंबा कुर्ती कर लेती तो you couldn't be able to really tell. So yeah, I think the sharara also complemented my kurti really well. Again, it's a very youthful, very chill outfit. It's not very heavy and over the top. And I think the cherry on top of the cake was the dupatta, the shell wala dupatta. I think it turned out so cute. It looks so feminine and fun at the same time. So I'm so glad I decided to add the shells around the rim of the dupatta. Ooh, as for the heels, and the heels, I wore these heels from Ajio. So the color, the pink shade matched my outfit perfectly, and they are one of my favorite heels that I own. They're so comfortable, and they just of course went really well with the outfit as well. How can I forget about the mask? So I just asked my tailor to stitch the mask as well for me from the Bacha Kucha Kapda, and yeah, she did that for me and it just looked so nice. So I think that's basically it. On the actual day, I did wear a bindi as well to complement my whole outfit, like a small diamond bindi, because मुझे exactly between my eyebrows pimple आया था, so I needed something to like hide it, and the bindi obviously even complemented the whole look, so it worked out really well in the end. And overall, I'm really happy with my outfit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm so happy. I'm gonna make sure to leave the links of everything that I possibly can, and let me know if you want me to do more of these videos, because I would love to. And I think that's basically about it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.